Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. The reason I say it's the Shakaama Live Show is because I used to have a show and I would stream for about 12 hours, me by myself. And I would have a financial corner, cooking corner, gaming corner, talking corner, joke corner, and I had a fairly successful show almost immediately. I made partner on Blog TV a long time ago. Do me a favor, just watch from beginning to end. And tell me that you watched from beginning to end if you did that. So this is a financial video and political video. It's not intended to be a political video, but the reason behind this is political. That's the reason. I can't avoid it. I'm sorry. I'm a licensed journalist here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've submitted my stuff to AP, Reuters, CNN. I'm published on CNN. I appeared on TV on CNN, so a lot of you all. And I am black, for anybody confused at YouTube. I am black. So if I say the N-word, it's because I'm black. I have that privilege, okay? So please stop trying to cancel my videos because you think I'm white because of the way I speak. More than likely, it means you're racist and you don't think black people can sound like me. I'm here to inform you, all 5,000 members of my immediate family sound like me. We don't sound like we're from the hood. I'm sorry. We don't sound like Ice Cube or Ice-T or anybody like that. They all sound like me. Deal with it. Now, this is news that probably Europeans need to hear. This winter could be extremely brutal, not because of the weather, but because of the financial decisions that the various countries have made. And that is to not buy LNG, liquefied natural gas, from Russia. Well, here's the problem. The only two other people or countries that they could buy LNG from is the United States, and the United States cannot supply anywhere near what Europe actually needs because, number one, we need our own natural gas here in the United States. We're a country of something like 350 million, 400 million people. Yeah, and growing. Yeah, we need our heating oil more than the rest of the world. I know they're trying to do other things, but even so, they can't accomplish it. If we gave away all, or if we sold all of our LNG to Europe, it still would not overcome the actual need. We don't have the supply. Qatar, in the Middle East, is an even bigger supplier, and so Qatar has said they cannot supply Europe with what they need in heating gas. Why? First of all, they don't have the supply either. And although Europe has tried to get them to forego their contracts with Asia, they have the contracts with Asia, and they're going to keep their contracts with Asia to supply them with LNG. And they say under no circumstances are they going to break those contracts simply because Europe has some sort of weird political thing that they're going through right now, namely sanctions against Russia. These sanctions have nothing to do with anything other than they've put sanctions since, well, Trump was in office, right? And Trump had said, we're going to put Russia on sanctions. And the people, because Trump said it, people said no. Now Biden's in office and they're going with the sanctions. And up until very recently, they weren't even observing those sanctions. Both Europe and the United States. So you have that. So, who is the only supplier who can actually supply Europe with liquefied natural gas? Russia. That's it. So the energy minister in Qatar, who also happens to be the president of the Qatar Gas Company, has said It would behoove you, Europe, to buy your natural gas from Russia. Because if you rely on Qatar for whatever is left over from Asia, and the United States from whatever is left over from the United States not using it itself, and when I say the United States, I mean me and you. If the temperature drops below a certain amount, it's in Celsius, so I don't know what I don't know what that is. If it drops below a certain temperature during the winter, you're going to have outages of actual energy because you're going to have to boost up the heating gas, and what limited supplies that you're going to be getting from the United States and Qatar is going to run out that day, that week, that month. And you're going to have people actually freezing in their homes. You're going to have a situation like Texas had when they had that cold snap, and you saw pictures of people's houses actually frozen inside their house. Yeah, you're going to have that sort of situation in Europe if it gets below a certain temperature. I don't know if you have the polar vortex in Europe, but if you have that in Europe, that's what's going to happen. But they're saying they're not going to do that they're not going to purchase gas from Russia. That is a political question. And that is something that you all need to deal with yourselves. And I'm just giving you the financial facts of what is actually going on. Qatar in the United States is incapable of supplying Europe with liquefied natural gas. There you have it. That's the story in full. Qatar is not going to break contracts with Asia to supply Europe because they want Qatar to break the contracts. They're not going to do it. All right? And the United States can't supply you. We don't have the supply. All right? So, thank you all for watching.